Let's see. Are we sounding okay? Seems like we are. Let's see if we're live on all platforms. And then we're gonna get started real soon. Trying to see what the art streams are hitting for today. Today being Sunday, that is. Okay, let's get organized. We've got our ramen scene, our establishing shot for the comic. Seems like it looks crispy, if you will. What does that do? Oh no, I'm not looking for any filters. Sorry, I'm just playing with my little... Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking good. Gotta start with my kneaded eraser. We missed the stream last week, but life was just too busy last week. It was my wedding anniversary. It was my daughter had a doctor's appointment. There was just too much going on. So didn't quite find a time to stream. And this week I'm probably still gonna do a weeknight stream, but I've been wanting to try the Sunday afternoon, see what that's hitting for in terms of like, are people trying to watch a stream on Sunday, or are they just like trying to chill on Sunday? I don't know. I probably should have mentioned it sooner. That always happens to me though. When I wake up in the morning and at 9 a.m. I'm like, there's gonna be a stream tonight. That's the day that the stream doesn't happen. Today I didn't do that, and then 4 p.m. swings around and I'm like, I have a spare hour. I hope, or I think, depending on my baby's nap schedule. So yeah, we're squeezing it in, but we definitely did a bad job of promoting today. And when you're a small streamer, you gotta like make these announcements a week in advance. Like, hey y'all, I'm gonna do an hour stream in 3 days. Maybe by the second day before the stream, people will get notified. So that's what we on. I'm not trying to knead too much because I feel like this scene is so detailed that I kind of want to see my lines. I don't know if I'll regret that later, but it is what it is. I'm gonna start out thick. Yeah. I'm just like, certain pieces of this are gonna be thick lined. And we're just gonna go from there. I'm gonna be shifting this around a lot. That might have been too thick, but whatever. What I should do actually, well, I'll just go with it for now. Line weight is very important when you're inking comics, especially. It helps you know what's like closer to you, what's further away, and I'm definitely breaking some rules right now. Usually like the stuff closest to you is the thickest line, but right now I'm just kind of like using the thick line for whatever I feel should be thick. Like I'm like, I want the silhouette of the bowl to be thick. I want her body to be thick. The line weight, that is. Doobies Live, welcome back. Yeah, it's had to take a break last week from streaming. It's not even that I wanted to take a break, I was just too busy. A forced break, if you will. That was like the first week I missed in like months at this point. Okay, I don't want all of these lines to be that thick. Let me go back to her face. This hand, this ink is too thick for like her hands and stuff. So I'm playing with fire here, but no Ghost of Yote today. No, I'm probably gonna play, but I don't know if I'm gonna stream it unless I decide to stream it later. Let's see. It's already too thick for this bowl. All right, maybe I go back to the environment, because I want this roof to be the thick line, but I also want this to be no ruler used at this time, which I might regret later. really just, I don't want to say winging it, but yeah, kind of. Okay. Probably am going to use a ruler for some of these edges here. And the ruler will help make this a skinnier line. Oh, you know what else I need to do? This is falling off, so let me not mess up the next blank page. Put that off to the side. And if you've been paying attention, we're working on, this scene is directly after a very stressful scene between Mona and Snow, where Snow was like freaking out. He basically crashed into her apartment, freaking out about something, stressed her out, and she was like, you know what, I need some air and I need some food. And now she's at a ramen spot. And then from here, the story will progress. But yeah, it's funny. My brother was just here. He was asking about No Ghost of Yotei. I've been obsessively playing that game because it's really amazing. And chances are, you know, this was a 1 hour window that I'm dedicating to the stream, but if I was playing Ghost of Yotei, I'd probably break my 1 hour stream rule. Or honestly, I would just like, you know, cut the stream off and keep playing, which isn't the worst thing, but yeah, I'm just trying to keep some consistent stream rules in play. Sorry for the silent breathing when I'm inking these lines. But your boy gotta focus, you know? I'm smearing my inks by sliding this ruler. Whoops. Sometimes messy looks cool though, so I'm not too mad at myself. Let's frame him with the thick lines, or the thick lines, I should say. And then I'm gonna switch switch ink pens, to be honest. Shrunk that little chat box, so it was looking a little warped. I've been using Prism Live Studio, and this is not an ad, to multi-stream, and it's been cool. It's a good app for your phone. It's a good way to, stream to multiple platforms. Of course, it's a paid app, yet another one. But for whatever reason, it logged me out of a lot of stuff. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I had to re-log into YouTube and reconnect to all my streaming sites, and it was just kind of a mess. But we're good now, I think. Whoops. Well, I guess I should do these stools with the thick marker too. Hold up. Okay. Let's share this. Oh, you know what I should have done? Is went live on Instagram too. Just kidding. Can't do that right now because my iPad, where I was planning to do that, is about to die. Wonder if I could do it on this old dusty phone. Nope. All other devices are about to die. Okay, we just gonna rock out here then. Oh yeah, and I haven't used this guy because I'm like just not a good consistent streamer that sticks to the same things every week. But I had this angled at one point where it would show me as well as what I was working on, but I'm prioritizing the art, to be honest. I'll pop this guy up when I'm like trying to touch the people, if you will. But right now the people could just watch what I'm doing. Okay, back to my collection of markers. So much to do here. Oh, I said I was gonna do thick lines on these stools, so I should do that. At least on their like silhouette. Again, are these the cleanest lines? Definitely not. But that's not what we're going for. Shout out to Inktober. Your boy has never completed one of those. I definitely lied to myself and said, hey, maybe I'll do an Inktober stream where I do all the prompts in one stream. Haven't done that. I guess I shouldn't say lied to myself, because I mean, there's a chance I still do it. What if I did it on October 31st? That would be funny. Like, last day, time to do it. It's now or never, y'all. That kind of thing would be funny. Never say never. Like Bieber did. No, I'm just rambling, but you gotta keep yourself entertained when you're inking. There's definitely days as an artist where you're like obsessively ready to draw. And then some days you're just like, I'm getting my creative energy through, you know, the challenge of a video game. And I think that's what's happened recently with Ghost of Yotei. Is I'm just like, you know, creative problem solving is all you do in a video game. And I feel like that's what I've been doing. Use this again for the floorboard. Technically this floor would be like back here, but all of this is going to be dark, so it's like, why bother? All right, I need to put this thick pen away before I get myself in trouble with it. And I need to use a skinnier marker, or a skinnier ink pen. Not too skinny though. Pulling out the 08 micron. Oh, another thing about Ghost of Yotei, because that's all I can talk about while I'm working on art, is the photo mode. Capturing cool photos in the game. Someone must have just hopped in and was like, oh, this guy's still talking about Ghost of Yotei. I'm out. Because I feel like I've been annoying with it. But I'm sorry. It's just that good. And my plan is to, after I beat it, to finally go back and play the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. Because I never played the DLC. I played the single player and enjoyed it very much, but I did not play the added content that came out after. I don't know why I'm starting with the bottom, but started from the bottom, now we here. Seemed fitting to break out in song. These floorboards are definitely wonky. I probably stuck to the reference illustration a little too close, but I'd like to say I still made it my own in some way. This is like the first time I've drawn a ramen spot scene. I like how it's looking. Yeah, I'll like how it's looking more once I get it colored though. And I started lettering the name of the ramen spot, but I was writing too big, so I erased it. Gonna add that in digital and make it look like a hologram, because we are in a cyberpunk world after all. So, gotta incorporate the hologram. Sorry I had to turn the illustration, but that's how your boy makes sure he's inking correctly. I would love to get this sword like made as a real life prop, or a real life katana, honestly, but that would probably cost a lot of money. But I'm like, if I could make it and like wear it on my body as just like a prop piece at my next art show, that would be cool. That would be cool. Okay, so with this viewership experiment, I'm still questioning is it Sundays aren't necessarily great for the stream, or is it that I just didn't tell anybody about it and waited too late to announce that I was streaming? Which one is it? The only way to know is to, try again next week as well. The other thing I'm trying to figure out is I've been going back and forth with like a Discord channel for my stream people to hang out in. My stream friends, or my internet friends as I like to call you guys. Just like, would that be something worth? I already have it made, I just like haven't shared it with anybody. I don't know. These are the things I debate internally and share out loud via stream of consciousness during an art stream. quick coffee break. Shout out to Cup of Joe's Pilsen, cut a check, and we'll do a proper ad. But for now, I'll just hit you with that free shout out. I added this like circle on her back that I'd like to believe is like a harness of sorts, or it's like a magnet that the sword magnetically attaches to, or the sheath attaches to. That's the tech I'm exploring for a sword on your back. Which is funny, like how many iconic, fictional characters wield a sword, or like holster a sword on their back, and then you learn from like a live action that it actually is very hard to unholster or unsheath. Why am I saying holster? Unsheath a sword from your back because you can't really reach. Can be quite a disaster. And I learned that in video games they like do a trick where like they animate it so fast that you don't notice that they're unsheathing and the sword is like half the size, and then it comes out and it grows, and then when they put it away it like gets small to get in order for the sheathing animation to work. I've seen like a few clips of like, I think Legend of Zelda, The Witcher 3, just like a bunch of sword on your back sheathing animations that, they do a little cheat code that nobody ever notices unless you're really looking. But hey, it's fun. It's provocative, it gets the people going, So you gotta make it work. Yeah. How long have we been going? Damn, just 34 minutes. But okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Can we finish this within the hour is the question. Forgot her earring, so now I'm inking it live. Ink and draw. Okay, I got the silhouette of her body fully inked. Moving on. I'm gonna do these little table props, or whatever you want to call them. Napkin dispensers and what's it called? Chopstick dispensers, I think. which again, I probably stuck to the reference a little too close, but that's okay. Because these aren't the main event. This is just part of establishing the detail. Establishing the background and the scene. I was talking about this today actually with a friend who's getting into comics, about how with comics the establishing shot is the move, so that you don't have to go crazy on, you know, a detailed background every panel. Napkin popping out. Okay, need the ruler again for this little window. Whoops, that was a mistake. Sloppy mistake, but it's okay. Let me get his silhouette inked out. You know what I should have referenced was like a ramen spot from Cyberpunk 2077. That would have given me the perfect cyberpunk scene. But that's okay. We're gonna make this work. I really like this one because it isn't that thick, but when you start to like go back and forth with it, it gets thicker. I should have given him like hairy arms. Here we go. Just a little like indication of hair. Is the anatomy perfect? No, but does he have character? He does. I'd like to think all my characters have character. Just a light receding hairline, no big deal on this guy. I referenced let me show y'all what I referenced for him. A sketch I did, I was just kind of freestyling heads. This guy, I drew like a square shape, a round shape. I was kind of going for like a pointy shape and a egg shape. And I was like, this guy is gonna be my ramen guy. I think it worked out. But kind of gave him this guy's grin a little bit. We're doing good, doing good. Oh yeah, let me just define his brows. I'm not going to detail his face with this ink, but just a couple little things there. Okay. Okay, moving on. Let's do these little wooden block details. I must say the lo-fi girl is going crazy. The vibe is vibing, if you will. Okay. A lot of shapes. And if you know me, you know I hate geometric shapes because that usually means you got to get your perspective really good. And my perspective could use work. Perspective drawing, that is, not perspective on life. I mean, that could probably use work too, but besides the point. I'm excited to color this scene. I think it's going to be fun to do both with markers and in digital. I might do like the local colors in markers and then like all the highlights and overlays in digital. I think that way I'll get a good combination of the two. Hope you guys are picking up on the finished, not perfect energy I like to work in. Like, is this my best work? No. Am I putting this masterpiece in my next art show? No. Will it be a cool panel in a comic book? Yes. You know. think I hear my daughter in the background, which means I gotta go help my wife out with that soon. We're coming up on 47 minutes. Okay. Let's see if I could finish this ink job. Or at least, like, I might come back to her, but at least, like, everything around her. Going one down. Now I'm switching to a number 5. To ink. Let's start with the ramen bowl up here. That I might have done a little too thick, but whatever. If you're wondering what these designs are, they're an onion. Because this place is called Tamaneji Ramen, which means onion in Japanese. And we are in Onion City, so it was only right. Got these little lanterns floating in the sky. I think those will look cool and say color them in. It's hard to think of like this space. I was trying my best to use the reference to determine like what the buildings next door were, but it's really hard to say. So we just kind of drew what I believe are like huts or houses or whatever you want to call them. Can't forget that I got steam coming off of this. Nothing like a bowl of ramen in the winter. I broke a rule here. This is like a tangent line. You never want that. Now, this might look a little thick, but it's better than a tangent line. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. Just rapid fire with these last sections of these random building or whatever you want to call this hut next door. It's like one of those things where you don't have to be that accurate because it's really just like background noise. It's like a background to this background image. Okay, and then this guy is supposed to be like super background, like a building in the back. With some like lit up windows. Very obscure windows, as you could tell. Really, it's all gonna be darkened. Okay, I guess I could do her face real quick. And his face. Well, I want to be a little more precise, actually. So I'm gonna leave them for another day and call this a solid session. Till next time. We'll probably be back again this week for another art stream. And probably gonna try to do a game stream at some point too, maybe even tonight. But till then, peace.